Hello friends, thank you so much for serving in the kindergarten through 5th grade classroom on this Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of the lesson so you understand what to expect this Sunday in class. So before we start the service, 9:30 to 9:45, meet in the check-in room to pray with the children's ministry team. When you get to the classroom, you can lay out the center activity choices, or you can always wait until the kids come in to let them pick one center activity per table. Turn on the music from the YouTube playlist on the Bluetooth speaker, or you can use one of the VBS CDs in the CD player. Students will begin arriving around 9:45. When they arrive, greet them at the door and check their name on the attendance sheet and have them choose the center activity that they would like to sit at. Now, the attendance sheet looks like this. So names are on the left and check marks are on the right. So as you can see, we do not have a July sheet yet, so I added July 3rd. Hopefully we'll have a sheet by Sunday, but if we don't, we will use the June sheet and just add the checks onto there. So when they arrive, we are only going to check it with a black pen. When they leave at the end, we're going to collect their sticker on the sticker ball. We're trying to build a gigantic sticker ball. So instead of putting stickers on pages, we will highlight their check mark to show that we did receive their stickers. They were picked up by the adult that dropped them off with their sticker and picked up with their sticker. And so this binder, as well as the black pen and the highlighter, will be by the front door on top of the white bookcase. Now, once students have all arrived, they can do the centers that are at those tables until 10:10. At 10:10, it is time to clean up. You can have all the students work together at their table to clean up, make sure everything is off the floor, and allow one student from each table to return the centers over to the white bookcase near the front door. At 10:15, cleanup should be done, and the 3rd through 5th grade students will exit to their classroom on the other side of the partition. At this point, the two classrooms are going to do the same activity, but in their two separate classrooms. We're going to start with our brand new memory verse, which is from Colossians 3:1-4. It is a longer verse this month, so make sure to let them know that we should be practicing this at home as well as together in class. We can recite the memory verse multiple times, have them echo read it back to you, read it all together, let one student come to the front and lead the group. If you are in the K-2 classroom, at this point, there is a brown craft paper on the board, and they will add in some of the missing words to the week 1 part of "If then you have been raised with Christ." If you're in the 3rd through 5th grade classroom, it is nothing but blank lines. In both classrooms, if students are struggling with spelling a word, have all the students spell it together so it's a team effort, so that no one feels left out and also no one feels kind of put on the spot when they are trying to spell those words together. But we are on week 1, so just "If then you have been raised with Christ." Following the memory verse practice, it is time for prayer. Students may share their prayer requests in the purple prayer request book that is in the material box for both classrooms. We had a really great suggestion a couple weeks ago. During the summer months especially, there are lots of our friends who have boo-boos and scrapes that they would like prayers for. So instead of letting there be 50 prayer requests for boo-boos, have everyone who has a boo-boo raise their hand and write all their names down under one big prayer request for that, and then continue on with other prayer requests that are outside of the boo-boo arena. Following prayer requests, we end with doing the Lord's Prayer together. It is displayed in both classrooms. If you are in K-2, it is on the wood door. If you are in 3rd through 5th grade, it is on the board. Please encourage them that if they do not have it memorized yet, they are welcome to look at those places to help them when they do the Lord's Prayer. Following prayer time, we move into our Bible story, which this week we are jumping right back into our Gospel Story Bible, and we are doing story 122, which is about Pentecost. It is on pages 244 and 245. In both classrooms, the teacher will read the story. You can ask the questions and show the illustration that goes along with the story afterwards. And then after that, this is where the two groups will differentiate. This story comes from our Bible from Acts 1, verse 12 through 2, verse 13. If you are in K-2, I recommend passing out Bibles to students who do not have a Bible and working together to locate where that is in Acts, and then having them follow along while the teacher reads that section from Acts to the whole group. If you are in 3rd through 5th grade, I would recommend passing out Bibles in that room as well so that every student has their own Bible. Have them locate and read that section. They can read it independently or in small groups of 2 or 3. And then the teacher will read it out loud. This will give a chance for them to hear it multiple times, for them to practice with some words that might be difficult or unknown to them, and just have some familiarity before they listen to it again when the teacher reads it. Following reading the story in the Gospel Story Bible as well as in the ESV Bible, we have discussion questions for both groups on the back of the sheet. So go through those discussion questions. Feel free to add on more to them or to take away if you feel like we're running out of time. But do take your time with that. This is probably the most important part of the lesson after they read it in the Bible, is just discussing the meaning behind it. Following the discussion questions, the 2 groups have 2 different activities. If you're in K through 2, you have a craft. It is making a pinwheel that will eventually look like this once it is colored and cut and folded. We will be attaching a pipe cleaner and unsharpened pencil to it that I will have on Sunday. If you are in the 3rd through 5th grade classroom, you have an object lesson, which involves looking up the countries that are mentioned in this story in Acts, highlighting them and showing how it makes almost kind of like a wheel going in each direction. And then looking up Matthew 24:14 to discuss how this kind of matches Jesus's words. Following the end of the craft or the activity, you can do more center activities or do games like 4 corners or charades. And then at dismissal, make sure you highlight the check mark and collect the stickers to add to the sticker ball, and that students do not gather at the door but wait in their classroom at a table until their name is called, that their adult is there with their sticker. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for serving this Sunday, and we will see you at church on Sunday morning.